Hey guys, RPM here. Hope y'all doing well, having a really great day. I just read all the comments in the video that I released a couple days ago regarding the Jasminer X4, and I just had to make a correction. This is not a Jasminer X4C, like the 450 megahash version. This is actually the 520 megahash version. And the reason why I mentioned X4C, because I thought I was getting that model. As I went through my emails, and Jingo Mining said they were going to send me the X4C model and all that stuff. So and then I realized, hey, this X4 model that I have here is getting 520 megahash, and so not 450. So for anyone that was confused, I was confused. Jingo Mining, you know, they told me they sent me the X4C, but it's actually the X4. Anyways, guys, this video is literally only about testing more of the, I guess, IP packets, internet traffic of the Jasminer. And you guys, yeah, in that video, you guys mentioned a lot of things, which was really cool. And so we're gonna try a few things today. So a lot of you guys had really amazing comments, and a lot of you guys want me to try blocking the NTP servers, and I've already been adding them in one by one that I've been seeing in NTO PNG on my monitoring service here on pfSense. And yeah, I've been blocking a lot of the external NTP servers, and you can see here there's been a lot of traffic here that has been getting blocked. And I've also been monitoring and logging. I've enabled logging on every single IP address for NTP, and also enabled logging on the main internet IPv4. And so looking at the log here, let me just do a refresh in the pfSense firewall logs. So I need to go through a bit more. I literally just started. Okay, so there are a few more NTP servers that are being let through, all right, through the firewall, and so I'm going to block these ones. All right, you can see by UDP, and the port 123 is the NTP network time protocol port number here. I'm going to be adding more of these, and whatever other traffic that I see going through for the Jasminer, I'm going to look through it and just block it. There are ones that says 10.10.0.1, so that's my subnet. That's the router IP for the LAN of the Jasminer. So just in case some people don't know, I have this Jasminer on its own subnet, and the Jasminer is 10.10.0.3. I do not have anything else plugged into the Jasminer subnet, all right? And how I have that isolated is because I have essentially it's a computer, and it looks like a router, like you know, an enterprise grade router, and it's got 6 gigabit Intel network ports and 4 SFP, which we're not using obviously. But this is like, you know, an i5 machine, 8 gigs of RAM, really awesome for pfSense. And so anyways, this cable, this white cable, goes into the back of the Jasminer. And just to verify with you all, it goes right there, okay? And so that is going into its own network, the 10.10.0.1, 10.10.0.1, all right? As you guys can see here, IGB6 is the network port dedicated just for the Jasminer. Then I have another network IGB5 number port here, which is the black cable, which goes to my main PC so that I can log into the router, all right, 10.0.0.1. And then my WAN is going into another router basically over there. So that I'm isolating everything here just for the Jasminer, just to let you guys know. Anyways, let me go ahead and keep on working on adding and figuring out what other IP addresses are being sent out of this Jasminer other than the Ethermine address here. And so I think it's still mining. It's still been mining, all right? I've been at this for about 10 minutes, but hey, the hash rate could fall. I've been just looking at, yeah, it's been mining to mining.cloud, which is the 172.65.230.90, which is the Ethermine address, all right? Ethermine, us2.ethermine. And that has been showing that is the most, you know, a lot of the traffic is going through to Ethermine, according to the monitoring that I'm doing on this thing, okay? So, and then there's obviously all the NTP servers, which I have been blocking recently, and there's been some packets that are being blocked, so that's all well and good. But there's just a lot more that I want to do here, guys. So let me keep going. I know it sounds like I'm rushing. It's because I've been just going through blocking so many NTP servers. It's just nuts. And so, yeah, thank you guys for this, I guess, test that I'm gonna do. A lot of you guys said, you know, the underlying hardware clock in any system is not infallible. Whether Windows, Linux, or otherwise, if a system is handling time-sensitive data, it should have trusted external systems to sync its time with to correct any slippage. Generally, you have to have more than one NTP server so you can generate a consensus time to mitigate against the time source being wrong or down. Preferably, you wouldn't want all of your NTP servers in China. If you block all NTP traffic, it is possible it may not hash successfully. Being a custom piece of hardware, it may not have a way to keep its time off. NTP is not a sophisticated protocol. You could probably redirect to a more trusted NTP server. So I don't want to redirect anything. I'm literally just going to block anything that comes out of this thing and what is showing off pfSense. Alright, so, but thank you guys for the amazing comments, and a lot of you guys wanted me to do more tests here, and yes, I'm going to do that. From Ben Dis here, he says, agree with others, block the NTP sites and see what happens. Seems sketchy. To be honest, I think this is still legit. Like, this Jasminer X4 is legitimate. It is sending packets to Ethermine. But you know what? I'm gonna keep going at this, guys. I will let you know in a sec, so I'll be right back. Okay, so this thing's been running for about 2 days, 12 hours, and 5 minutes, and 29 seconds as of recording. And I just finished adding in all the IP addresses I could. Looks like the hash rate has dropped to 343 mega hash. And if I refresh, it's now 314. And I just finished adding in a lot of different firewall rules, all the different IP addresses that I saw coming out of the firewall. Alright, this is all like NTP and whatever else I saw in there. I just blocked the IP. You guys can see here, there's been a few different packets that have been going to these IPs, and they've been blocked, okay? And yeah, and I've added some more firewall rules on when and blocking just everything. You guys can see the action here has been blocked, okay? And the check signs are all of the Ethermine going from the Jasminer to the DNS.53, which is the, if we looked at the active flows right now, according to my monitoring, the only thing that is communicating is to 172.65.230.90, which is us2.ethermine.org. Alright, and these other ones here you're looking at is UDP unknown. That's the subnet. It's probably just broadcasting, so that's nothing. And then the ICMP, the 10.10.0.1 to 10.10.0.3, which is the Jasminer. That's the pfSense. This is just the monitoring ICMP. So that's all well and good. So I'm going to let this go now for a while, and the next 20 minutes or something, and we'll see if the hash rate changes, and we'll see if this also changes in the Jasminer. Oh, looks like it's back up to 472. So, anyways, give me 20 minutes. I just added in like everything I could. Oh, and one more thing. Another person asked regarding the settings of the IP address that is showing up on Ethermine when I do the withdrawal. And yes, this is my proxy VPN address that I am using to Ethermine. So this is correct, coming through wherever the Jasminer is sending the information to us2.ethermine.org. So that is correct on that regard. So guys, we'll be back in like 20 minutes. We'll see if this goes away. Be right back. Alright guys, it's been about 40 minutes, I'd say. I've been watching all the logs like a hawk. I've added all the NTP servers that this thing was gushing out in terms of the firewall logs that I've been watching literally every second for the past 40 minutes here. And I can safely say that this Jasminer is real in terms of it is mining to Ethermine, and blocking all of the NTP ports is, yeah, it didn't do anything in terms of not showing up on Ethermine, so it is still mining. Confirmed that it is constantly communicating to ethermine.org, and it's been trying to contact the NTP servers, but it's being blocked according to my firewall rules here. Just every like 10 seconds, it's getting blocked, as you guys can see. Shares going to Ethermine, so that's all well and good, but everything else is being blocked in terms of the UDP protocol for NTP port 123. So yeah, guys, yeah, this is real. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I think there's really nothing else we can test here, unless you guys, I don't know if you guys can think of something else, but honestly, it's been going good. I think this thing is legit. I believe we can finally end the debate or conspiracy that the Jasminer is a cloud miner, and it's not. It's real. We'll leave it at that. Now, I just want to end off this video is, should you buy one of these Jasminers? And, you know, for me personally, I'm just going to say that I don't like the fact that it's only 5 gigabytes of VRAM. And we all know Ethereum is going to move to proof of stake like real soon, like this year probably, maybe next year, who knows. But it sounds like this year is most likely coming. But the 5 gigabyte Ethereum DAG size is gonna come up in, I think, July or August of this year anyway. So it doesn't matter if you are thinking of mining Ethereum up until next year, you can't because of the DAG size. And then I know a lot of people are speculating on that this will be awesome for mining Ethereum Classic, but I don't know if, you know, that's a huge risk, right? That's a huge risk if you believe that Ethereum Classic is gonna have the volume and liquidity to keep up with, you know, having everyone that is going to be mining Ethereum Classic after Ethereum. It's going to be pretty scary. So if you're going to be spending, how much is this? I think $5,000, $6,000, $8,000 on jinglemining.com, and thank you for them for sending this to me, by the way. But you know, I don't know if I can really recommend buying this, as what we know is coming up, and it's going to be a really big risk. But yes, this thing is extremely efficient at 520 mega hash for the X4 model, or if you have the X4C, that's going to be what, I think 450 mega hash. But yeah, you know, 260 watts that this thing takes is incredibly efficient. The most efficient thing for mining Ethereum or Ethereum Classic like ever. Like, no GPU can beat its efficiency. And so if you believe in Ethereum Classic and you're going to be mining Ethereum Classic for the long term, then yeah, then one of these will do great for you because they're extremely efficient. And the DAG size for ETC is, I believe, 5 gig is going to come up in 2028 or something. So you have a long time to mine Ethereum Classic if you decide to buy one of these things. So, alright guys, that's it for this video. That's all I wanted to do. Let me know your thoughts and if I should try out anything else. But yeah, I think we've debunked it. It's been going strong for the past 40 minutes after blocking every single whatever IP that was coming out of this thing that was communicating outside. I have blocked it. All right, you guys can see all the packets. Yeah. All right. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I appreciate you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one. And peace out.